September 22, 2023. It's about 7:30 or so a.m. And got the tractor running. I didn't have time to put my canopy on. I got it, I just didn't put it on. Too lazy. Anyway, I'm going to go move bales in the hayfield. I'm going to stage them for loading, so it'll make it easier for my brother to load the bales onto the trailer, and makes it go a little faster too. I group them in groups of whatever goes on the trailers. Okay. It's a nice overcast morning, so it's cool. So we're good to go. When I come back, I'm going to bring a bale back with me from the hayfield, and I'm going to take it down to the pasture, give it to the cattle, and I'm going to move those two old ones and that little one from this cut, from the first cutting, and I'm going to give them to them to clean this out. When we haul bales, I'm not sure which ones you're going to unload here, but probably my trailer, because it's smaller. And I'll want my brother to put them down that line there, through that little hole there, in those two T-posts with the white jugs on them. Put them down there and stack them there. That's what I use during the winter. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Not sure if you can hear me, but today is September 22, 2023. I'm on my tractor. I'm going to be staging these bales to the hayfield for loading onto the trailer. Tomorrow. I just staged them so it's faster and easier to load the bales onto the trailer. Anyway, actually I found them in back a little bit, grass too, but I'm not going to have any more cuttings this year, so okay, that's to view from this end all the way down between the bales, all the way to there, all the way to there. Okay, I'm going to head to the other end now. Well, I picked up the bales on my tractor now, and just another view from the other end. One, two, three, four, like a 5 groups of bales ready to be loaded. We'll be doing that tomorrow around 7 a.m. My brother-in-law is going to be driving my brother's tractor, big trailer, and I'll be driving the tractor with my little trailer, all hay, that road, and the middle road as well. And my brother-in-law will haul in 11 bales on the trailer, and my brother will haul 2 bales on the tractor. Take them all the way down there, back to the street. Okay. About a 2 miles on the road. Okay. Okay, I'm ready to go home now. Well, it's 10 a.m. on September 22, 2023, and I finished grouping all the bales from the hayfield. And there, all the way around. All the way around. Now they're all down the center. Groups of 5 groups of bales for both trailers. My trailer and my brother's trailer. Okay, I better get home now. I'm gonna feed some bales to the cattle now. Well, this is the hay bale from the hayfield. It's from the second cutting. I guess it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since it's been cut, so it should be cured. And I'm feeding it in this area because this is where I was feeding them before. The last time I fed them in the spring, you can see the hay kept anything from growing. And look at that. That's from the bottom of the bale. It's a little bit wet, but this rest of it, oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Yeah, smells good. Yeah, I'll put this right here. This is the new bale I'm going to give them. I'm going to give them 2 old bales from last year. Too, just to get them off, just to get them out from my house, away from my house, because I'm going to put new bales up by the house and we unload them, or when we haul them and unload them. Okay, I'm going to head out to the house now to get the other bales. Okay, I got the bale set. I'm going to set another one over there. I see a little clearing, and then there's another clearing over that way, and I'll put them all in here. So that's where the north, but there's a little depression here. That's why there are all these green stickers, all these small sticker leaves are growing here, because that's where I feed hay. Don't ask me why these sticker leaves only grow where I feed hay. Maybe because of the manure or the moisture, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to get the other bales now. Well, here come the cattle. It's just after 10 p.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on September 22, 2023. I already finished staging all the hay bales in the hayfield for the loading tomorrow. Loading and hauling. They just showed up. They just came down the hill. And don't know if they're going to find that bale yet, but I'm going to go get 2 more. When I bring another one, I'm sure they'll find it. I'm sure she'll find it if they see it. Kind of hard to see in those weeds, but we'll see. I'll be back shortly. Well, it's 10:30 now, and they found the hay bale, so now they'll be out of my way when they come in. That's a good bale. Oh, look at that bull. Look at that hay. He likes to scatter the bale before they even eat it. Okay. When they get these bale, there's another bale. 2 more big bales set, and I'm going to bring that little one in. Well, there's the first of the old hay. That was from this hay's from last year. I think there's still some hay in there they can eat. But they'll be eating on this for a while. That's fresh hay there. That's from just like two or 3 weeks ago. Anyway, I gotta get moving. I got other things to do today too, besides this. Okay, let me get going. Yeah, they like that hay. Billy's tearing it up with his horns, though. Well, the other ones are checking out the other bale, but since it's old, they may not need it. We'll probably clean this one up first. There's what we need on that one. Yeah, this will last one. Well, maybe a week. Okay, I gotta go. Well, this is the spot for the last one. This is where I fed them last year. Old hay gets to a week ago. And somebody made a hole in that old bale, but then they went back to the new bale. The grass is better, but they all can't fit around that one, so somebody's gonna have to come over here and eat that one. Anyway, I'm gonna unload this one right here, and I'll go back to the house, and I'm gonna do something up there. Well, this is the third bale I'm gonna give them. 2 old ones and 1 new one, and I dug into this one part way. Oh, I don't know, but I don't know, 4 inches maybe, 4 inches deep. It's still pretty good on the inside. The outside is a little rotten, but that's what non-bales are supposed to do. They're supposed to shed the water on the outside. Anyway, it's still green. It smells like hay. It's not as fresh as the other hay, but it's still edible. Anyway, we're gonna get moving. All right. Looks like Bullet's the only one left. I guess the rest went to the water. That's my guess. Okay, I'll go check. Well, he's not alone. He's got a little white one with him. Okay. And I just noticed he left the gate open. Well, certainly they didn't get out. I don't see them anywhere. I don't know where they went and went. We don't see them around here anywhere. Well, hopefully, I hope they're in the water. No, I was right, they went to the water. Okay. I'm going to close the gate on my way out. Okay, I'm headed out that way. I got some work to do up at the house now. Yeah, there they are. They're in the water. I'm glad they didn't get out. And I'm going out that gate now, because I got some work to do up at the house. With the tractor? Yeah, with the tractor. Still September 22, 2023, and it's around 11 a.m. And I'm going to take this, I decided to take this small bale from the first cutting. This is the first cutting this year. It's still somewhat fresh. And I'm going to give it to those Highland cattle. I'm going to feed them in the barn, because I'm going to lock them out of here for tomorrow. So, tomorrow when I unload the bales up here, my brother's going to unload them here, unload them there, and store them down there, down along there. And then I'm going to take my tractor and trailer, drive it around, and go through these gates. Gate over there, the gate here, and I don't want them in here, so I'm going to lock them out. They'll be in the other, they'll be in the barn or in the back pasture. Okay, let me get this done. Then I got another job to do. Yeah, this is I'm going to go through that gate, and the bales will be stored here, 2 rows. 2 rows from, okay, let me stand over here. Yeah. 2 rows, one along here and another one along here, so side by side. Okay, and a little gap in between. Not all the way to the fence, because I don't want the cows reaching over to try to eat it. At least the bale's length away from the fence, but I'll make sure he puts it in the right place. The first bales anyway. Okay, and then I'm going to move. I'm going to move this bale. So once he fills in. Whoops, getting dizzy. once he fills in this area, if we have enough bales, I'm going to try to bring my trailer, so that'll be 8 and 8, 16, and he might unload the 2 bales that he's carrying, so that would be 18, 19, plus the last 8 bales, so that should fill up my area. I can also, once he fills up this area back here, he can also put some in here, this way, because that's what I had to, usually. Anyway, let's get it going. Well, this is where I'm going to put this bale. Whenever I feed him, sometimes I'll put a bale here, but normally in the wintertime I take about that bottom down there. I put them against the bottom of the hill, keep them dry, and they seem to like it. It's out of the wind too. But here, sometimes I'll put it in here, but I think it's going to snow or something. But anyway, that's a small bale. There's only 4 animals here, and I just noticed, yeah, remember I was talking the other day about switching this one out with that broken one down in the big pasture. So that's what I'm going to do one of these days. Not today though, but I can load that on the back of my truck and then bring the other one back, and I'll put the other one here. Actually, I should put the other one over there, but I'll put it here because it's in the shade. Okay, I'm ready to move out here. Like I said, I got something else to do. That bale spear barely picks up that bale. Look at that top bulge out. Barely high enough to pick up. That was the last bale from the first cutting. That's why it's so small. Okay, guys, we're gonna have a little snack. Okay, let me get going. When I cut the netting, the bale just fell. But I still have enough space. At least it didn't fall all the way, so I could still get the netting out from underneath the bale. Okay, all I gotta do is get out of here. It's a tight squeeze with my tractor, but I made it wide enough for my tractor when I built this. I could have went all the way out to those trees, but I didn't feel like it. The trees are my boundary, but I didn't want to cut it too close. Besides, I just have to pay more for concrete, and it starts to slope down there, so I figured I'd just leave that. And I wanted it to stay, and I didn't want the limbs, too many limbs to fall on my fence, which it did anyway. This big log here, this big tree right there, that big tree died and eventually fell down here. It fell right across my fence there, and I had to cut that off. That was a few years ago. And if I'm not mistaken, the reason it died because I used to have electric fence before I put this up here. I built the shed, but it took a while to build this corral. And then in the beginning I had electric fence nailed. I had it nailed to those trees, you know, with a little insulator. But over time the tree grew around the insulator, and then the electric shock that was on that shocked this one, because of the new growth around the insulator was hitting the electric fence without me knowing it, and it was slowly electrocuting that tree, and finally it died. So that's what I removed. I removed the fence from those trees, and then I got it up on top here. I got it up on top. Since I'm here, the reason I got these are new gates. Because for a while there I had a heifer or a cow. I think it was a heifer. She kept jumping over everything. I mean, she bent so many. Look at them gates over there. There on they got tied with orange twine behind that cow. They're all bent up because of that one cow. And she jumped out of that holding pen there too. She jumped over all those boards. She was like a deer. She jumped over everything. So I had to build everything up so she wouldn't get out, so I could sell her. Because every place I penned her up, she jumped over. And then I put the new gates here, and then I had to put these boards. I think these off an old old wagon or something. It's off of something, I don't know what. It's like an old trailer, I guess. I'm not sure. I think that's off my old, that little bitty trailer. A little short. Anyway, whatever it is, I put him here just so she wouldn't jump over, but I already sold her, so I don't have to talk, but I just left it there. I need to fix that one of these days. Okay, anyway, that's my bottom pasture behind my house. And I got the fence going along here. That's my neighbor's. And the fence goes here, and it goes down, and it goes down. Wherever it's cleared, that's where the pasture is. Goes out, goes on top of that hill there, goes up on top of that hill, comes back down, and goes out to the road. And there's my pear tree. This was a walnut tree, but for some reason the cows like to rub on it, so they rubbed on it so much they wound up killing it. So anyway, I got some nice pears on top of that tree. I got to figure out. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get those pears down. And then there's some walnuts here, but I let the walnuts. I let the squirrels have the walnuts. Okay, that hole in the shed. I got groundhog problem here. Over there in that corner and here. I got to figure out a way to solve that. So anyway, that rusted that hole in the shed. That's from I used to field salt block on that in the manger in that corner. In that end, but then over time the salt ate through the shed, so I start feeding the salt blocks outside now. Okay, I'm ready to go. Oh, they're already eating on it. Even before I left. Yeah, they like that. I said that was from the first cutting this year. Ah, mama cow, leave them alone. Well, I locked them in. I closed these two gates just in case they decided to jump over something. I don't think they will. These Highlanders never jump over. Anyway, this female here, she's always the outsider for some reason. That's the one that was bucket fed by me, because when she was born during the winter time, and in this muddy paddock here, it was all manure, and for some reason she didn't nurse on her mama, so we had to clean up her mama, milk her, and then that wasn't easy either. And I think I bought some colostrum and fed it to her. I bucket fed her after that because the mama just wouldn't let her. The mama just wouldn't let her drink. Wouldn't let her nurse. She kept kicking her, so we had to bucket feed her. And she never did grow very good, but I still like her. She's not as healthy looking as the others, but she's like a pet. Anyway, the others are eating their hay. Sooner or later, when they get full, she'll go in there and get something. Okay, I gotta get going. I got things to do today before we haul bales tomorrow. Well, I'm done moving bales with this tractor. Well, with the spear anyway. So I'm going to unhook that spear. And I'm just going to lay it here because I'll be putting it back on after we're done hauling bales. Because that's about all I use this tractor for is feeding hay bales to the cattle. But maybe I won't hook it up right away. After I get done hauling bales, I guess I'm going to have to schedule that mowing of the pasture with that mower over there that's buried by the what's that called? Morning glory. Just like that, them grapes over there, smothered by the morning glories too. I should have been taking care of them better. But after we move some bales in here, and I get done using the tractor for other things, I'll hook that back up later. But what I plan to do today, or now, is somehow I'm going to cut some of these branches off, these cedar branches that are in my way. all the way up. Because I got to dig out this blade. I got a blade here. I almost forgot about it. It's an old blade. I'm going to use that to work on the rock. At least to scrape it. Scrape it where I need it. Scrape it and pull it to where I want it. Move the rock around. Using that rake is too much work. Last time I used this was like what? 15, 20 years ago during a big snowstorm. I'm not sure which one it was. Normally I don't worry about snow because I don't have to go anywhere now since I retired in 2020. So now when it snows, unless it's really deep, as long as I can get my truck out with my four-wheel drive down and make a track, I'm good. Or I'll just wait a few days, and usually it warms up enough to melt the snow. That's what it was the last few years anyway. Like I said, I haven't used that, but I'm going to dig it out somehow. First thing I do is cut these branches off. Oh, that's going to be itchy. And then I'll hook it up to this tractor and take it down and blade that road. Cut the cedar limbs out of my way, and one of them had a bird's nest in it. I guess that was from this spring. I don't know what kind of bird it was, but it was a small bird. I'm sure there's lots of those in here. Yeah, I'll let this stuff overgrow. I parked my old hay rake, my International hay rake in here. God, I haven't used that since I started using round bales, big round bales. I think the last time I may have raked and baled hay with my equipment, with my New Holland baler that's over by the barn, and this International hay rake, and this sycamore. This is a 9-foot sycamore. Belongs to the farm, but I borrowed it one year and never took it back. I think my brother wants to get it because he wants to cut stuff with it. I told him, don't cut nothing big. It's not meant to cut trees down. Anyway, or big weeds. Meant to cut hay. Anyway, I let this stuff grow out. I need to have this cleaned up. At least cut back. Look at that. My road's getting narrower. Look at all those limbs that came out. I used to be able to back in here and park everything. But not now. Same thing over that baler, but I don't use that baler. I stopped using that baler a long time ago. I bought that at an auction from the neighbor down the road. Yeah, it worked. I used it for a while, but it gave me too much trouble in that flywheel area. So then I bought that New Holland. It worked good. What is that? What is that up there? Oh, look at that. Look at that V-cut on that branch there. I guess that's when the power company, last year I kept calling them because I needed the tops of these trees cut off. If they weren't going to do it, I was going to hire somebody. They finally came last fall and cut tops of these off. And in through there too, because they're interfering with my power line. Especially that one that's leaning. The one tree that's leaning, it was rubbing right against the wire. And if a strong wind came, it would have blown it over. Anyway, that little V-cut looks like the top of a top cut there. And they got hung up. It had one branch hanging on, so it got hung up in there. Anyway, this little Ford baler. The last time I used it, it worked. But I haven't used it for 20 years, maybe. I don't know how long I've had to. I don't know how many years I used the New Holland baler, but my last baling was, I think, 2015. Anyway, I'm getting off track again. And there's an old gas tank that I used to have somebody come and fill it up, or 200 gallons or something. I forget what the size is. But then gas prices got so high, I says, oh, I can't afford that. So I started using 5-gallon jugs. I got 4 of them. I get 20 gallons at a time for my tractor. Since I don't use my tractor that much anyway. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was, since I had this thing parked here, look at that tree. I got to cut it out. That is a mulberry, I believe. Yeah, that's a mulberry. I got one behind the house. That's where all the seeds come from, I guess. And I eat them in the spring. It tastes good. And the low-hanging branches, I can pick those, and the birds get the rest. But I don't need it here, so I'm going to cut it out. And there's a maple, looks like. I cut that out too. Yeah, I'll cut that out. Then I can hook up to that thing. Did I tell you a story about this? Post? Power pole? I forget the year. I forget. It wasn't that too long ago. Maybe 5, maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. I got pictures of it. I could probably look it up. But my power pole that I used to have here, during a big, strong storm, I think it was straight wind. I think it was from the north. It broke off. That pipe there on my old pole was attached to the power pole. But with that post, it just broke off there, and then it was leaning. Luckily, the cedar trees held it up because it didn't fall. But then also, what happened during that straight wind? I had a. What did I have here? I had a tree. I had that tree there. Had another tree. I guess where that stump is. Anyway, there was some big tree that got blown over, and it damaged. It bent my gate over there. Bent my gate and blew that elderberry. There's a mulberry in the pond there, on the edge of the pond. They blew it over too. Part of it. Anyway, that limb hit that gate and bent my gate up a little bit. And the main thing is they damaged that. Yeah, but when they came to fix it, pretty quick. But and they removed the old pole, but then they tried to move the stump because it broke off at the ground. They tried to pull out the stump in the ground. They couldn't get it out. They tried and tried to get it out. So instead of so what they did, since my electrical wires were already in the ground, because they go in the ground and go underground to my house over there. It's underneath the Angel. That's where it goes into the house underground. And so they decided, because the post is between the pipe, the metal pipe, and the power pole. They just dug a hole next to the stump. They dug a new hole next to the stump, and then they had to put brackets in to hold the thing out. But it works. And that other little tubing there, that's I used to have. It's still there. I think it still works. I had a outdoor, what do you call it? Electrical outlets on there. I'll have to get that off the ground. Yeah, and I'm sure that pipe's bent, and so is the wire. Anyway, that's what happened to that. But they got it back up, and it's working. Okay, back to this job. Cut that tree out. I got it. I think the reason I didn't use it, I tried to. This thing here is loose. I tried to take that off. I just couldn't get it off. The other one's tight. But that one there, I just couldn't get it off. I tried to put a new one on. I got it somewhere. I just couldn't get it. Too rusted, or I'm going to have to turn that blade around. Well, I could leave it that way. Yeah, maybe that's better if I use it going backwards. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it that way. I had it that way because last time I used it, I was pushing snow. Yeah, the pushing snow is better if I push it backwards, or at least on my tractor. That way my tractor tires are clear. That clears the snow out for my tractor tires to get traction. Anyway, like I said, I haven't used it in a long time. I don't even remember. Probably back in the 90s, maybe. I don't know. I got another old one over by the barn. I don't even know if it works. I don't even know where I got this. I don't know if I got it at auction or if it's one of Dad's old ones. I know they got some newer ones at the farm. Okay, I'm gonna. First thing I do after cutting all these cedars out. I'm so itchy. I want to take a shower, get cleaned up, get some dry clothes. I'm all sweaty, and then I'll do some work with this. I'll hook this up and try to blade the road a little bit. Well, I took the bale spear off the back of the tractor. Now I'm going to back up to that and try to hook that up. I think I need some spacers. Yeah, because those are big. Where do I got? Oh, I got spacers on the tractor. I remember now. Okay, I haven't used them for a long time, but I got them. Today is still September 22. It's 1 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon. I took a little break, cleaned up, freshened up, I guess you could say, after cutting these cedar trees out of here. Cedar limbs made me itch. Anyway, I got it backed up. I got the 2 points of the 3-point hitch hooked up. I had to use spacers because the bolts on this thing is smaller than the holes on the ends of the arms. And after I back up, because I had to slide out those things to get it hooked up. Once I back up and lock them in, all I have to do is hook up the third arm, and then I'll have to figure out how to adjust which way. I'll do that when I get out there. If I need to bring it up or down. Not much I can do here. I got it locked in this back position, but it's the only, looks like it's the only setting there is for that. If I turn it all the way, I don't even know if I can. If I turned it all the way around to face, so it would blade when I go forward. There might be other settings there. I think I know why I didn't use, why the other one I got by the barn, I think something broke over in this area. Something broke on the end there. That's why I stopped using it. Okay. Anyway, let me. I forgot. I should have raised it. I had the ends on these 4x4s, but it looks like they got. And I had it on this old tire. I guess it wasn't enough to keep it out of the dirt. Yeah, at least to keep it out of the most of the dirt. Anyway, let me get started on, or let me finish hooking it up, and then I'm going to go out to the road where I put the rock and see if I can do some blading. Okay. Yeah, that third arm comes down and hooks into there. Well, I got it hooked up. It looks like I'm going to see how it works. It looks like this side is lower than that side, but this ground's not even, so I'm going to stick it out on some more level ground and see what it looks like. But they have to raise or lower one of them. Yeah, it looks like, it looks like that arm is lower. So, and I can't raise that one up. I can't do that with that one, but I can. It's got a lever on top there. I should be able to screw that one up if I want to. I could screw this side up or down. And it looks like it might need to come up, but I'll know more when I get out to the road. Yeah, I need to raise this side up. This, I think I want it level when I push the rock. That way it comes off evenly on both sides. Oh, but I don't know if I had a hard time cranking that last turn. I think I'm running out of thread. Anyway, that's pretty close. If this ground's level, I don't know why, but everything looks crooked. I raised that one up pretty high. I don't know why. Anyway, I think the whole blade assembly here is a little bent. Anyway, I'm going to try to use it the way it is. I'm not even going to grease nothing. I oiled some of the connections there. Anyway, let's go out to the road and see what I can do. Well, I think it's pretty good the way it is. Looks like the blade is angled to go to angled it this way. It's a little farther back on that side. And there's nothing I can do about it. But I think I'm going to start on this side. I'll start pushing on this side. That way I'll get most of this. And then whatever I don't get on this pass, I'm going to push it. I'm going to push that rock all the way to this low spot on this side, and then I'll come back and push all this rock on to this low spot. I'll see how that works. When they get back farther to get a view of the before I push the rock, and I'll do it again after I push the rock. See if it makes any difference. See, you can see how it's angled. It's angled to make the dirt or whatever I'm pushing flow that way. So I'm going to start on this side because that hole's deeper on that side, on the opposite side here. So we'll see how it works. Better than doing it with a shovel, I hope. Well, figured I'd get a view from this side too. Well, the first trip was pretty good. Yeah, the blades were on this high side. This is holding it up. Well, I think I pushed a little bit too far. I can level that out with a rake. Now I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to do this rock. That worked pretty good, I think. And this little stuff here, it won't hurt nothing. It'll get smashed in. Okay, let's do another one. I think I did pretty good. I just have to come back with my shovel or rake. Yeah, both. Rake. I think rake will work. I'll rake that middle high spot down to that side and down to that side. Yeah, I need to rake a little bit over that way too. Yeah, I didn't want to go too far because as my tractor was down in that hole, I was digging deeper, so I had to adjust my blade. But so far, that worked out pretty good. Let me go work on the other one. The other section across the creek. I'm gonna leave this the way it is. Yeah. Once I level all this rock out, most of it's going to go that way, right in through there. Yeah, most of it's going to go in that low spot there. I'll put a little bit more in this area here, and most of it's going right in there. Yeah, it worked pretty good. Let me do some more on the other side. Not sure how this is going to work. The low spot I want to fill in is right there. It's not as low as the other one. But I think I'm just going to go down the middle. I'm just going to go down the middle and see what happens. I may not go at ground level. I may raise the blade up a little bit. I don't want to dig. I don't want to dig any holes with the blade because there's hardly any grass in here. I want to see how it works. I just want to get some more rock in this low spot through here and back in here. So if I go just about where I am now, I'll leave a little bit on that side. I won't touch that. Well, I'm going to try to push some of this rock into that hole there. I ain't gonna worry about the other ones yet. I'll need some other way of pushing it. Maybe I'll use buckets to do it. So right now, I want to put some of it with that blade. I want to push some of this rock on the edge. If I can push it that way without breaking anything. I think I did it. I think I push a little more right through there. I'm going to drag some of that off of there and push it back into this area. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think I can push it all the way back to here. I'll need buckets. That's not in our way anyway. That's not going to concern us. Too far to the edge. We're going to be driving through these tracks. But I'll push some more of that. Maybe not. I'll just push that corner off. Push it down in here. And push this off to the side. The blade worked pretty good for what I need it for. Well, I was able to push the rock where I needed it. That's where that big hole was, I think. I filled it in with dirt, and it didn't. I think that's where it was. Anyway, I pushed some of this rock down there, and then I pushed some other of this rock over here in that low spot. So I got it. Still a little humped up. I need to come back with my shovel and rake a little bit. Yeah, I need to rake them over a little bit, smooth them out. All in all, though, I got what I wanted. Let me go to the other side. Yeah, right here is the low spot. Now it's high with rock. I started to gouge out some of this, so I had to pick up my blade. Yeah, that'll work. I'll spread that out a little bit and level that out. I'll push it out this way a little bit. See, this was a high ground. This was never muddy through here anyway. This is a low spot. This is where all the mud was. I'll try to send some of it off to the side there. But I got enough to run the trailers and tractors and truck and everything over it, so I'm good there. I just need to level it out. Okay. Smooth it out, level it out, whatever. However you want to say it. Yeah, I got the rock where I wanted it to go. With that little blade. Saved me a lot of effort with my shovel. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered it. Okay. I'm going to go back to the house. I need to get something else. I've got another job. It's just after 2 p.m. and the bullies pulling off under that shade tree. About the only shade tree over there. Anyway, I'm going back to the house. I got to get something. I got some more work to do out here. But I need to get something first. Okay. Later today, I'm going to get them some corn and lock them in here. But since it's still early, I'm going to let them enjoy coming in and out. Oh, there's one. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Some neighbor. Okay. I'm going to go to the house and get something and be right back. Well, I went back to the house to get my log chain, and I'm going to hook it onto something. I don't know what to hook it to. I guess I'll just hook it to that thing there somewhere. Yeah. I hope I don't break it. I should hook it to the drawbar. Yeah, I think I will. So anyway, yeah, I'll hook it to the drawbar. I'm going to drag this log out of here. I'll worry about the other ones later. I'll have to do them by hand. Well, if I get in there right now. The main thing I want to get this out, drag it up over there with the others, out of the way. Since the creek is dry and I'm got the tractor running, I'm going to do it. Wasn't sure how to hook it up. I got it wrapped around the base of the tree, and that root's going to drag unless I can pick that up a little bit, keep it off, drag it on the ground. That's why I put it over the top of the blade. Then I hope that pin on that drawbar is going to hold. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Well, I got it out. Well, it was a touch and go there for a while, because when I started dragging it, the root was over the concrete, but then as I dragged it a little farther, the root came this way and then partially fell off the concrete. So I had to be careful how I had to pull it real slow to get it back up onto the concrete. That's when it came. There it came. Now I'm going to pull it. Now I pull it the rest of the way over there. Hope I can get through. Okay. Let's finish this job. Well, I just want to get a different view. Like I said, there's some logs down in there. I may have to go down there with a chainsaw and saw them up just so they can go through the culvert, which I don't know if anybody. Hard to see the hole of the culvert. It's there. Okay, I'll do that later sometime. Got nothing else to do. Okay, let's finish moving the log, or tree, or what do you want to call it. I was afraid I was going to break that blade there. Not the blade, but, you know, the blade equipment, but I didn't. I'm not sure, but I think that's one of them bushes that I was, because it's not part of the tree. Yeah, that's separate, and it's growing next to that tree. That's them bushes that I was trimming on that south end there. They get so big. Yeah, I remember the bark. Yeah. So, you know, looks like it even grew. It grew through the space in the roots of that tree. Yeah. But anyway, just going with it. Let's finish the job. Well, we got it that far. I'm going to unhook it now, and then I'm going to take that blade and use the blade and push the top of the tree over toward those other logs, just to get them out of the way. They're not in the way right now, but I want to make them more out of the way. Okay, that's good. There I keep my chain in a bucket, easy to carry. Well, cows are back in the water again. And since I got the blade hooked up, I thought maybe I try to knock some of that middle hump down. Yeah, it's been bothering me for a long time. I'm trying to knock it down over there too. Yeah, just to level it out, just to even it up a little bit. I got a big rock there. I think I'm gonna take that big rock out. I don't know why I put it there. So there's a hole there. I probably put it up. The sand does just as good, so I'm gonna take that big rock out of there. Okay, I'm gonna try to lay that down into this low spot. This stuff is mostly sand. This is okay. But it was hard to get it cut down because I had to lower my blade. And then when my tractor blade got down to here, it dug in too much. So I need to bring the shovel and rakes. I need to straighten up that rock area anyway. So I'll come back with the truck and shovel and rake and fix this up. At least level that hump out. Smooth it out, yeah, push it back that way. That won't be hard. It's all sand, mostly sand. And then the next flood will wash it away again. So at least I got that hump out, most of it. You can still see the grass on it. Most of the dirt, most of this is the sand from up there. And I was making ruts there too. I was digging in too much there. But anyway, I got something done. It's a little bit more. Once I level this out, it should be okay. Okay, I'm gonna close that gate. Yeah, this is all sand here from previous floods. Okay, cows are waiting for their corn. That's too early. Besides, I got some other work to do. Now I got to take that off. I got to take that blade off, and I'm going to hook up my bale carrier trailer. My trailer that I carry the big bales on. So I'm going to do that. That way I'll have it ready for, and then check the tires, check everything, make sure it's all ready to go for tomorrow. When I come back with the truck later, I'll smooth that out too. Okay. All right. See you up by the house. Well, it's 3 p.m. and it's still September 22. And I should have backed up just a hair more, but I think this will be good. I got it on 4x. This one's a 4x. I don't know what the other one was, but I took them out of the ground and raised them up. And I also put another board there on top of the tire. I turned the tire around too. So once I unhook it and flip it up, the blade should rest on that, whatever that landscaping log there. So that should keep it out of the dirt. Okay, because who knows the next time I'm going to use this. I'm going to leave that stick there. I just have to keep an eye on it, because I might cut that one limb off, but because I might want to have that braced. Maybe that'll hold up the thing. But anyway, I should have got it over a little bit more this way, but it's okay. I'm going to unhook it now. I got it. Yeah. I'm using that tree as a brace. It worked out pretty good. It's holding it up. That way it won't fall all the way back. I think that's the problem I had before. I'll just leave that. I'll just have to keep it trimmed. Or if it does go through there, well, I can always trim it back again. Okay. Well, blade did its job. I should have greased it, but it's okay. I wasn't really moving. It wasn't turning anywhere. Okay, I'm done with that. Now I gotta put a ball. I think it's 2-inch ball on there. Or is it 2 1/4? Maybe it's 2 1/4. I'm gonna hook up to that trailer. No, I don't know what size that. I'll have to check first. I think that does take a 2-inch. It's my cattle trailer that takes a 2 1/4 inch. That takes a 2-inch. Yeah, that takes a 2-inch. I'm gonna verify that though. I got a 2-inch on the truck right now. I'll see what I can do. I'll leave the tractor there, let it cool off. I'm gonna go in and get something cold to drink. Oh, that wind feels good. Okay, I got the Highland cattle locked in, so that's why I left that gate open over there. And I took down these fences, because when we unload any hay here tomorrow, I'll have to tell my brother what I'm planning to do here. He can put one bale in between here. I like to have one in here during winter. And then I said he put two rows down there, 2 rows of hay bales. And then once those are full, and then I'm not going to let the cattle back in here no more. And if I do, I'll just put a fence from that gate there to here. Yeah, I'll just put another few posts in here to keep them out of the bales. That's if the grass grows back. Right now there's hardly any grass, so I'm not worried about it. And then after he fills these 2 up, from here down to there, then he could put 1, 2, I think he can put 3 rows of 3. 3 rows of 3. That'll give me 9. I'm not sure how many bales are going to fit in here, but I need to leave that open because I got to park my trailer there. I used to park it somewhere else, but I used to park it right here. This is where I parked it. But now I moved that fence temporarily over to there, so we could drive straight. So I can drive straight through Every time I unload, I'm going to drive around the house and come out this gate behind me. Okay, let me look for that 2-inch ball. Yeah, it needs a 2-inch ball, and that's on the back of my truck, so I'll take that off the truck. And looks like I gotta cut some cedars. I have to get my tractor in here. I'll pull them down and cut them off, and them too. Oh, I thought I was done with these. That one's okay. I'm gonna get all scratchy again. After I cut this, I think I'll go in the house and clean it up again. These things make me itch. I attached a 2-inch ball to the tractor or the trailer, and I'll hook it up later. But I already... Hey, there's a bird. I think a bird's got a nest up there. I saw a broken egg on the ground. I must have been... I think it's a turtle dove, but it's too late to be laying eggs this time of year. Even for turtle doves, it's a spring. There's the nest. And I saw a bird fly out of it. And I saw the egg on the ground, broken. Must have got knocked out when I was sawing them off. Anyway, I cleaned all these things out of the way where they interfere with my tractor. Let's see if I can find that egg. It was a white egg. Yeah, right there. Yeah. See the shell? See that egg shell? Funny time to be laying eggs. It's almost winter. Well, I wouldn't say that. It's still hot. But anyway, I'll hook that up to the tractor. And I'm going to pull it up around here. And I'm going to back it into where I parked the tractor. Right through there, in there somewhere. Because I want to check the tire pressure and pump the air up in the tires if I need to. And then we'll leave it set, and it'll be ready to go for tomorrow. Early. 7 a.m. he wants to start, so I'll leave here around 6:45 so I get there on time. Okay, I'm going to go back in the house, clean up, get this itch off of me. I'm going to take the water in and get some more water. I didn't think it was going to get that hot today. The wind's cool, but the sun's hot. Okay, I'm going in now. I'll be back later to hook the tractor to the trailer. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Trailer. Okay, it's about 5 p.m. It's cooled off a little bit. Still warm though. Anyway, I brought my rake. I don't think I need a shovel. I'll just rake it. Rake it a little smoother. Get that high spot out of the middle. I don't need the rock in the middle as much. And then rake half of it that way, and the other half over here. Yeah, that should help them low spots. Okay, let's get. Let me go to the other side. Yeah. Yeah, I can fix that. Oh, that's a little better. It may not be perfect, but it's good enough. At least until the next flood comes. I hope I'll need to put something there. I need to get some of them big logs. Oh, I cut off that tree. Bring them down here. Lay them across there. Lay them across there and then stop them in so the water can't push them. But at least it'll slow the water down. It'll probably just force the water to go around and go across the road somewhere else. But I want to slow the water down so it don't wash all this rock out there. It probably could do it too, because this rock ain't very big, only 1.5 inches. But anyway, this is better. Good for driving, less of a dip now. I'm going to work on this next. I'll have to use my shovel. think we can make it. I need to take this high dirt here, this hump, throw it up in there, maybe a little bit up in that way too. Smooth. That side looks pretty smooth. I just need to fill in the bump there, or the hole. Okay, let's do that. When I was using that blade, I kind of gouged this up here, but there's not much I can do about it. I can scratch them out a little bit, make them less bumpy. But this is where I pushed some of that dirt too far. I could have backed my, yeah, I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. I should have raised my blade up over the top, back up, and then drop it, and then pull it this way. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I guess I didn't like working on the hill. Anyway, I'm going to work on this now. There, that's a little better. A little better. Yeah, mostly sand. That's okay. I guess this is where I need some rock. I got that riprap over there. That holds it in, but I can't drive on that, so I need some bigger, something a little bigger. At least that riprap keeps everything from floating away, but it still washes everything out on the bridge side, on the dirt side. Okay, let me go on top. Yeah, that's better. At least there's not a big hump. That's the main thing. It's a little smoother than it was, at least for now. First flood and I'll have a big rut there again. So someday I may have to. I got some rock on top. Maybe I should figure out a way to bring some down here, but not today. That's that tree that I dug out of off the bridge today, and then I got it that far, and the top of the tree was over here, so I used that blade to push it all back over there. Worked out pretty good. We're going to work on that next. I'm going to smooth some of that out. You can see where that stump, it was over there, and then as I pulled it, the roots dug along the edge here and dropped off partially, not all the way, but partially dropped off. And then I had to give it an extra tug to get it to come back up on top, and that's some skid marks there where the roots was dragging again after I got it on top. So I was lucky I didn't fall all the way down. I don't know if I'd ever get it up from there. Okay, at least I got it. Okay, sun's getting lower. I gotta get going. Well, there's the ridges. I got that high rock to smooth out. In the low spot too, I gotta rake a little bit to the right and to the left. I don't need it as much in the middle. And down there too, wherever the edges, I need to spread them out. Okay, there's the cattle eating the grass. Before the sun gets too low, I gotta feed them corn over there, get them all to come in there, and then I'm gonna lock them in tonight. I hope they got water somewhere down in that creek over there, because this water's not too good to drink, and I don't know where else they might. I'm gonna walk along there and see if I can find some water. If they got little pools of water. I know there's some farther down, but they can't get in because of all the brush or the stuff piled up in the creek. But I'll see. I guess if they have to, they'll drink that if they get thirsty enough. I don't want them to drink it, but I gotta keep them locked in here. I didn't think about the water part. And I can't let them in here. We're gonna be using this as the road. Okay, let me start spreading. Okay, it's 6 p.m. and that's good enough. And the sun went behind a cloud. So it's cooler. So I still got two things to do left. I gotta hook up the trailer and feed the cattle some corn. Let me do that first. Let's feed the cattle corn and lock them in here. Because I need to rest a little bit before I hook up the trailer. Yeah, I'll feed them corn. Get this over with. Get them locked in here. But first I'm going to walk along there, see if there's any water in that creek. There's no water along here. Let me go farther down. No water that I can see through here either. Oh, they're going to be locked in here tonight and tomorrow morning. But there's no water in this creek. What do you want? You're in my way. Yeah, move. There's no water here. And they can't get past that pile of brush there. I know there's some water back in there, but they can't get to it. So the only water they're going to have in here is what's in that cooling off pool that they use. It's kind of foul, but if they're forced to drink it, I guess they will. It's only one day, one night and day. Well, I could wait till tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll do that. I'll wait till tomorrow morning. They come when I call them. I'll come here earlier. Maybe as soon as it gets daylight, I'll come and call them and feed them in the morning. Yeah, I'll do that. That way they have water tonight. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll lock them in tomorrow morning. Early. Very early. I can't tell, but it looks like they've been going up and down that hill there. Or trying to. Let me go farther in. I think they can go back in those trees there. Let's take a look. Yeah, if they can get in there, there's water. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's water here. Yeah, there's water. Yeah, and they can drink it one at a time. They can drink it right there, so I don't have to worry about it. They can't go any farther. I think that's as far as they can go, but they can get the water. I'm going to walk down there and see what their access is. They can't go in very far, but at least they got water to drink. I had to walk all the way back here because that bank's so steep. I can't get down, but I can get down here. Yeah. Let's see if there's any water in here. No. No, there's no water through here. But they've been in here. They've been in here. Kind of a jungle here. If they need water, they know where to go. See? See, they can get in. They can get in to drink water there. They may have to take turns, but at least they can get in. I'm going to remove this one branch, maybe. Makes it easier for them. Well, at least I know they got water, so I might lock them in tonight. Yeah. They got water deep down in this ditch, in this creek bed. Okay, let me clear some of that up. There. I cleaned it up, opened it up a little bit so they can get in easier. I don't want nobody. At least they got clean water. Oh. I think some of them might even be cooling off in there too. But anyway, there's the top of the creek bank, and this is the side by the road. The road's over there. Oi, I got a thorn tree. I'm gonna cut that out. That thorn tree. There's another one. I think I sprayed those. Yeah, I think because it looks like they're dead. I sprayed them this spring. I think that's dead too. That's the green stuff is a morning glory growing on it. Anyway, I still need to get rid of them so I don't get a flat tire if I ever drive there. Let me get out of here. I gotta walk all the way down there just to get out, 'cause I can't climb up there. Maybe in my younger days I could have. I suppose if a bear was chasing me, I could. Of course, I never had that experience, and I don't want one. All right, here. There's my way out. My escalator. My escalator to the top. Hi, guys. Oh, boy. At least I don't have to worry about you. I'm going to, oh, I can't get my breath. I'm going to go ahead and feed them corn and lock them in tonight, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to mow this the other day, but see, they can come in here and eat both sides, so it's not like this side's going to grow up too much. There's a little baby pear there. I can't reach it. I'll need a stick. Well, I'm going to the house. I got to get some corn. Sun's going down. And the cows are waiting for corn. There's that old tree. I think lightning set it on fire on the inside. That's what I think. But part of it's still alive. Just not much, but part. A little, one or two branches there. 3 branches looks like. No, 2 branches. So the side that's still alive is on that side of the creek. Well, they're all on. The whole thing's on that side of the creek, but the one facing out toward the road is what's still alive. I gotta catch my breath and go home and get some corn, and then come and lock this gate when they're in there. Now that I know they got, I'm glad they got water. So I'm lucky they got water down there. Okay. I gotta go. The 2 white ones, these are the only 2 white ones I got. Well, that's more of a brownish white. And you got brown on you too. Those are cowlicks, so they're brown. I guess you look a little bit like the bull, except for the black nose. And he might look just like the bull, except for his cropped ears and black nose and black hooves. He's got a white tail though, he don't have a black tail. Okay, let's go home. That's a good cow. That's my favorite cow. She gives the best calves. That's why I'm keeping her. I kept all her calves too. Look at him. Look at him, nurse. He's making suds on the ground. He's got a lot of foam. Okay. I'm going to the house now to get their corn. That's what they're waiting for. Oh, she saw me, now she wants the corn. You just stay there. Let your baby get her milk. And she's Oi! Don't do that. She's gonna wean you if you keep doing that. Okay. Let's go to get the corn now. Here they come. She's already here. They're all here. They're all waiting for the corn, aren't you? Okay, I'll give it to you. It's about 6:30 p.m. on September 22. And I'm going to give them another bucket of corn in the other feeder there. And then I'm going to go over there and close that gate and lock them in here. I just found out that they got good water down there where those willow trees start to grow. They got clean. There's a narrow access to it, but one can drink at a time. You just have to take turns. Almost like a water fountain. but that's clean water. Because I don't think they'd want to drink there. Oh, I got low battery, so I got to get going. Okay, that's all. Little bullie's eating over there with the papa bull. Yeah, he's eating over there. The younger ones come down here to eat. The bigger ones push them out. It looks like I don't see that fresh bale that I gave them over there. It was put on the left side. There's the two old ones. It looks like they haven't even touched them. But then the new one, they must have it all scattered. I'm sure they couldn't eat it all. I'm sure it was loose. You and that tongue. What are you doing? What are you doing with that tongue? What's wrong with your tongue? What's wrong with you? Huh? There's something wrong with your tongue? Huh? Never seen a cow do that before. What are you doing? You're making me laugh. Maybe it's the molasses. Maybe it's the dried molasses in there, making her mouth sticky. Well, the tongue still works in her nose. Who was that? What was that tongue action there, huh? Anyway, I'm going to go close that gate over there. They'll be safe in here tonight. They got hay, new hay. If there's still some left, I'm going to go over there and look at it and see what's there. But they still got the two old bales, and they still got grass to eat here. Grass looks pretty thick. I don't know, sometimes they don't eat. I think it's where they urinate and defecate. I think that's where they don't eat the grass. At least not right away. Okay, forgot my bucket. Okay guys, I better get this, close that gate before you decide to leave. Okay. Well, I closed the gate, and the cattle are over there eating corn. And I'm gonna walk over there and see if I can find. Should be right over there somewhere. Okay, there's the first old bale over there behind that fallen branch, and there's the other one on the other side on the left of it. So what I'm looking for should be right. Oh, I can see it. I see it. There's still some left. Yeah, I could see it over there. Thought I could. Where'd it go? I thought sure I could see it. Yeah, I think I see it. Yeah, it's right there. It's green. It kind of blends in with the tall weeds, but it's in there. Pretty sure, unless those are weeds, but I think that's the hay bale. There's some left. They knocked a lot of it down, but there's some left. I don't have to go in there now. Well, I'm going home. It's 6:30 already, so I got to hook up that trailer, check the tires. Well, it's 6:30, and I'm going back to the house to hook up the trailer to the tractor, and then check the tires, put some air in them if they need them, because they're going to be hauling a heavy load. Instead of 6 bales, they're going to have 8. It's going to have 8 bales. And I decided to close this gate. I don't want to tempt them too much. That gate's closed, so they're locked in here. You better count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay, where's the white one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they're all here. All here, even Bully. Even little Bully. Okay. Well, they We finished that corner already. That was quick. All I did was go over there, close the gate, and come back over here, and they ate it quick. Now tomorrow morning, I got to come here early. We're going to start at 7. I got to be at the hayfield at 7, so I'll probably come here around 6. Open this gate. I'm going to leave that gate open anyway. And I got to open the gate at the very top of the pasture, or top of the road, and open the gate to the hay storage area, since they'll be in here. And then we have a clear path to go up, unload the hay, and then come back without opening or closing any gates. Okay, let's go hook up the trailer. I got the trailer hooked up to the tractor, and I'm going to plug in the air compressor and check these 4 tires. That's about all I can do on this thing. I just hope it can carry 2 more bales. I'm going to put 2 bales here, 2 bales on the high one, and 2 bales in the back. This used to be an old camper. Yeah, an old camper. I tore the camper part off and I modified the trailer to haul bales. I was able to, before I added these extra boards, I had to add some extra boards. My original, I would just load them on these, right? But they got old and not too strong, so I added those boards on top of it. I was able to load with that tractor until I added these. Now this middle one is too high. I could probably get them up there, but it wasn't easy. They'd always tear the netting. But anyway, let me get this tires pumped up. I gotta get my tire gauge. Okay. Well, it's getting dark now. It's after 7 p.m. And no, I didn't see the sunset behind clouds. It's getting dark, almost too dark to see. Anyway, I refueled the tractor, or at least filled it up. And I pumped the 4 tires up on the trailer, and that's about all I can do. Tomorrow morning, around 6 a.m., I'm going to take the truck out and make sure all the gates are open. I got to open 2 gates, the one at the main gate down at the bottom and the entrance, and the one at the very top of the road, and the gate where we haul the bales. I have to notify my brother Robert how I'm going to what I'm going to unload here. I intend to I want to unload the bales that I'm going to carry. I got three piles out there, 3 groups that I can haul on my trailer and his tractor. He can unload it here too. Anyway, I'll tell him about it. If not tonight, I'll tell him tomorrow when we start. So this is the end video. No sunset. Well, at least it's a little brighter. Sunset's over. I think sunset's before 7 p.m. and it's already about 10 after now. So anyway, I'm going in the house, and this is the end of this day and end of this video. Goodbye. Oh, I always forget. Catch you on the next one.